Welcome, beloved souls, to a commentary channel. My name is Jem, Jem, and as you know, I'm an author of over 25 books and also a lot of other things. And I have always had an issue with a dog. Wondered, why dogs turn on people? And why people are so evil that they have like dog fights and cockfights, and it makes my blood boil that people can do such evil things. And in fact, I don't want to upset you because this is a different type of culture that we're dealing with. The Chinese every year have a celebration once a year. I think it's called the Shailon. Don't look it up. It will freak you out. And I have a cleaner who is a Hindu who comes from Nepal, and she went to the Shailon ceremony and saw dogs that were live, had their skin literally ripped off so they were bloodied and thrown straight into boiling fat. And I said, I don't want to know, because I love dogs, always have. I had a bit of an issue with my own dog, Sahara. She was bought for Rob, and I, at the time, was a very toxic person, under the influence of drugs, in a toxic relationship because of drugs, and I didn't treat her well. In fact, I would spank her quite hard. And one day she'd had enough and she turned on me. So I'd spank her harder, and she was just really, really violent. Since he's been gone, Rob's died, I have a beautiful dog. I have a dog that I can just tap her on the bum now. I don't smack, and I realise that what I did was horrific, and I'm sharing these stories on YouTube because I hope that my stories will help you be a better person than what I have been. But when someone told me something beautiful, when my dogs die, even a guinea pig, a fish, I am literally heartbroken. And someone said this about dogs, that the reason why they live such a short life is because they already know how to love unconditionally, whereas we take a lifetime and still don't learn the lessons. Anyway, as you know, I'm an author of over 25 books, and this one is my favorite book. The reason it's my favorite book, I channeled from 2003 to 2015. And you can buy this book from Amazon. You can get it as an ebook. This is actually the 6th edition of this book. The reason why it's the 6th edition is Exibris in 2015 first published it, but I later got my author rights back and I added material from 2015, so there's added material. But just on this subject of dogs, I'm just going to share something that I channeled on the 15th of the 11th, 2008. So my question was this: if in our world and earth, even though illusion, do evil spirits exist, or is it only solid forms that manipulate opposing forces? And the reply was, welcome, Jem. Your question is good because you are asking whether in spirit evil is thought of. On earth, your aliens are evil, but are solid forms. Your men can also be evil. Your animals are not evil. But listen to this. Dogs can be used as evil tools, but they are broken dogs whose souls have gone and are replaced by evil essence of what exists as a force on earth. Do you understand your form is only illusion? So in the case of evil, your form can house force. The dogs are force in dog form. What happened is that the original soul departs on abusive treatment and evil force enters. The dog has in fact died and evil has made its form come alive. Force does not exist in demons or other spirits. Force needs a solid form. Yes, perhaps as known it, possession. But if you remember, we have told you possession isn't real. It is thought created. So I said then there aren't evil dogs because you've heard of dog attacks, blah, blah, blah. No, because dog's essence is pure. And thus evil possession means that dogs die. Where in the case of man, evil possession is themselves being evil. Let me repeat that. Where in the case of man evil, possession is themselves being evil. And then I asked, can other spirits take over a body? Voodoo. And the answer, if the person believes it is so, then he becomes possessed. A dog does not believe in evil because form of dog contains love. Voodoo does not exist. It is a myth. Dead people rot, Gem. Dogs are different essences, Gem. Dogs are pure form of love come to play as the companions of man. So, what can we learn from that channeling? We learn that what it is trying to tell you, that when a dog is abused to the extent of what they do to abuse them in a dog fight, because dogs are bloodied, that the actual spirit of the dog is broken and the spirit of the dog is pure essence. So that pure essence of love goes and in its place is evil. But a dog is not evil. It's just what man has done. That helps. And again, I wish what people do with blood sports, I mean, I understand it's a cultural thing. Centuries ago, I probably was an ancient Roman and watched, gladiators, and that's a blood sport and would have thought nothing of it, and watched, lions versus men and thought nothing of it. But because I'm born in today's society, my blood boils that the very animals that offer us pure unconditional love is treated so horrifically, is like the Chinese and other people. Even in parts of Indonesia, they eat dogs, and I don't want to know. But how is it any different to us eating cows? How is it? Gentle bovine cows that we slaughter in horrific ways. Why, if we're going to eat meat, why can't we just give them an injection, put them to sleep, and then eat them? I know this is not everybody's point of view. I know some of you out there eat meat, and if I eat meat, I have to. This is how weirded out and how sickened I am by how we treat animals. I have to pretend that when I go to the supermarket, that's how the meat comes. I don't eat meat. Chicken, I eat chicken, but I don't eat eggs. And even fish, if I go fishing and I catch a fish, can't eat it. I can't. And you just probably call me eccentric, and that's my view. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other, and let me know below in the comments, what do you think of, dog fights and things like that? And remember, we're living in a different century, a different type of society that perhaps hundreds of years ago in ancient Greece and ancient Rome, we would have thought nothing of it. But we have come a long way. All right, bye.